Hi, gorgeous. Welcome back. Today's class is core and posture. We're going to do exercises that are the latest and greatest in exercise science. They are functional, they're dynamic, they're accessible, so there's no crunching for today or for this class. And all we need is a single dumbbell. So grab something that's a medium weight for you, and let's get started in tabletop with some mobility warm-up. Okay, coming onto hands and knees. Spread your fingers, let your hands come onto your shoulders, let your knees come onto your hips, and let's start to roll through the ribs. Let the rib cage kind of roll down the hill. And then get into the body, get into your breath. As you move into these little spaces, you're bringing blood flow, hydration, oxygenation. Reverse that direction. And so when we do these mobility warm-ups, we want to think, what are we working for our workout? What muscle groups are we working? In this case, we'll work core, spine, take 2 more. And so we're warming up through the core and through the spine. Last one. Take a moment, sit back on your heels, circle through your wrists. Reverse. And then we're going to warm up with a side plank. And the reason being is that when we strengthen our forearms, when we strengthen that kinetic chain from the hands and forearms into the floor without tensing the neck, we can really teach our neck and shoulders to relax. If you want to learn more of that, check out David Gray, and I can put it in the notes. But there's a lot of research to this. So we're going to come down onto our forearm. And before you do anything, I want you to think palm flat or palm fisted, doesn't matter, but press your forearm down and start to lift your rib cage up. So take your top hand if you'd like, wrap it around under your ribs, let your ribs sink, let your shoulders shrug, and then the opposite, press up and away from the floor. Let the collarbone lengthen away from the ear and just hold, okay? So you can stay here. This will be our final warm-up exercise. You can lift your hips. Either way, start to dip the rib cage down and then lift the rib cage up for 5. Shrug that shoulder and then press the floor away. 4. So we're working the rotator cuff. We're working some of the deep muscles of posture, of ribs, of spine. On the 5th one, lift your rib cage up, hold. Maybe you lift your hips if they were lifted. Maybe you put your feet down if your hips were lifted and hold for 5. Top hand can reach. 4, 3, push the floor away. 2, 1, release. Set it down. Take it over to the other side. Forearm onto the ground. So we want to slowly build. Don't feel like you have to do this overnight. If you've not done forearm plank, start here. Start with hips down, start with knees down. Let's all shrug. Whether our hips are lowered or lifted, we're going to shrug and then push the floor away and pause. What I want you to see is if you take your hands here, you feel this activation. And let's take it for 5, 4. Because truly, exercise, it all matters. It all benefits. But when we have good form, we have proper technique, we can build strength without tension. When there's our golden ticket. And then press all the way up and hold. You can hold it here. You could reach an arm up. You could lift your hips. You can stagger your feet. And let's hold for 5. But just find that length. Find that regal posture. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Let your knees come down. Let your hips come down. Whew. Okay. Let's get into the exercises. So for exercises today, we are going to work. Let's take 1 foot forward, coming into a kneeling position. Foot can be out to the side to give us a little stability, and then we'll take a hold of our dumbbell. Now, before we start to move, I want you to think, lift the front of your pelvis. So these little hip points, you're hugging them in. Take a hold of your dumbbell. These are called half kneel or kneeling chops. So think dumbbell starts to the side. You're going to pull it toward your core or your powerhouse and then spin and twist. Reach it up to the other side. And let's take it for 30 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale. Drive the weight, drive the knuckles. from that core center. Inhale, exhale, like someone's going to punch your core. Think belly button, core, strong. 30 seconds. Take it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it. Let's take it to the other side. 30-second rest. So as we rotate here, I want you to think your rib cage is wrapping, like you're wringing all the water out. You're wringing out what's not serving you. You're connecting to your core center. Pelvis lifting in and up. So lots of cues. If they don't land, don't worry, but keep chipping away at it. We're in it together. Hands here. Inhale, drop it by your outer thigh. Exhale, pull it to your powerhouse. Drive it up through those knuckles for 30 seconds. Off we go. Inhale, use that core to spin and twist. Good. Breathing. Collarbones relaxed away from the ears. 10 seconds. As you get better over time, it could be one of those. Long lever, arms stay straight. Eventually, today, I like to pull through center. 3, 2, 1, rest it. Okay. Take it one more time on each side. Rest if you need. You can always do these standing if it feels better on your knee. I'll demonstrate that for our next one. 5 seconds. For the standing one, feet are wide. Knees are bent. We inhale here. Off we go. We're going to hug the dumbbell in. Pivot like you're squashing a little bug on the floor. 30 seconds. Only the bug lives. 30 seconds. Right? We're pulling as close as we can to our center of gravity, our powerhouse, and we're driving it from our core. 3, 2, 1, rest it. Good, let's take it to the other side. So these are functional in the sense of when we move throughout life, it's rotational. We grab groceries out of the car, we pick them up, we grab them from the floor, we put them on the shelf. Our spine is rotating, it's wrapping. And so if we can build strength in the movement session to translate outside of here, there's let's take it, 30 seconds, off we go. Far less injury. Inhale, dip it down. Exhale, spin and twist, 30 seconds. And there's just greater strength. We feel empowered, like, oh yeah, I can lift this thing. I got this. Stronger muscles, stronger bones. Stronger muscles, stronger heart. 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Okay, rest it for a moment. Let's go ahead and set that down and come down onto our stomach. Our next one is called Superman. We're going to come onto the stomach with our legs out long. No weights. So weights are off to the side. Before we do anything, I want you to press the tops of your feet into the mat and think of lifting the front of your pelvis. So like the pubic bone is kind of reaching to the floor. And then palms on the mat. From here, I want you to inhale, start to lengthen the back of your neck. Imagine you've got a skewer going through your bra strap. Now we're going to inhale here. Exhale for 30 seconds. You'll lift your right arm, reach your right arm, bend your right arm, and lower down. Lift your left arm, reach, bend, lower down. Take it side to side, 30 seconds. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, reach, bend, lower. If it feels like it's fatiguing as you lift, just slide your hand so it slides along the floor versus hovering. 30 seconds total. 5 more seconds to go. Reach, bend, lower. Last one, lift, reach, bend, lower. Let's hips to heels, come to child's pose or puppy pose, just stretch that out. You might even take shell stretch where you bring your hands back to your heels. 30-second rest. Let's take one more round. Tops of your feet are in the mat. Front pelvis is lifted. Inhale, lengthen the back of your neck. Exhale, lift. Right arm can lift or reach. Draw it back, lower down, 30 seconds. Take it in your own timing. Listen to your body. We lower, we lift, we reach, we bend, we lower. Think extending your fingers away from your collarbones. Collarbones drawing long away from the ears and the crown of the head. 3, 2, last one, rest it. Okay, go ahead and one more time, take it to a stretch. You can child's pose or you can round your spine, shell stretch. A couple deep breaths into the lower back, into the back of your ribs, the back of the heart, the back of the lungs. Good, and then gently release. Go ahead and we're going to come to stand with one dumbbell. So take your time. Okay, the next one is called halo to knee. The intention really is to practice rib cage stability, upper core strength. So let's try it with just doing form first, and then we'll get into the exercise. So plant your feet a little wider than your hips, soften through your knees. Now the point of this is we're going to take the dumbbell, and you can watch first, and halo it over our head. What will happen is because there's weight now, the ribs and center of gravity will want to go with the weight. So we're corseting our ribs down and in. Not because they need to stay there throughout the day or that we don't want them to move. We want them to move throughout the day, but we're just practicing this upper stability. So let your hands come around your dumbbell, to the edges of that dumbbell. Just really feel steady and secure. Soft bend in the knees. Take a deep breath in, just practicing here. And then circle it around your head. See if you can keep your ribs knit together. Pause. Take it the other direction. Good. Progress, circle it around. And then maybe you stand on one foot, elbow to knee, plant it down, switch it, take it to the other side. Okay, let's take it for 30 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, ribs knit together. Circle it around. Knee to elbow if you'd like. To the other side. Inhale. Exhale. So you're finding, I didn't mean to scare you, little sweet girl. As you circle, see if you can really knit those ribs together. We've got a high enough weight that it feels that we're working our core, but not so high that there's strain. Yeah, we want to listen to the body. 3, 2, 1. Rested. If you've been on this channel at all, you know that when I step on my left foot, there's no balance because of a past surgery. So that's just what it is. You'll see it every now and again, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? But the more surface area, like if you feel comfortable with feet on the ground, it starts to build some of those proprioceptors in the feet, and it's really good for that kinetic chain. Okay, let's take it 30 seconds, one more round. Inhale, exhale, halo. These are nice too because there's no flexing of the spine. Flexing of the spine is good, but some with diastasis can't do those exercises, or it just bothers the low back for others. So these are great to do whether you're a lover of movement, a beginner of movement, or a teacher of movement. Last one. It's just good to have in the repertoire. Okay, rest it. Let's see, what do we have over there? Okay, the next one is a row with rotation. So we'll grab one dumbbell and we'll take single arm bent over row plus rotation. So what that looks like, if the dumbbell is in your right hand, step your left foot forward. Left hand can come onto the hip there. And then you'll start to sink down into that stance. From there, inhale here, exhale, row the dumbbell towards your hip and let your heart rotate towards that direction. And let's take it for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So you inhale, hand comes down, exhale, hand comes up. 30 seconds. Think wrapping the rib cage around. Inhale, lower the hand under the shoulder. Exhale, almost like a lawnmower, but you got to put a little oomph into it. So you rotate through the spine, you reach through the knuckles, you lift through the elbow. Take it for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, last one. Rest it. Let's take it to the other side to finish. So for this other side, same thing, opposite hand. When we lower the dumbbell, that shoulder blade can draw away from your spine. When you lift it, the shoulder blade can draw towards your spine. And the more we can mobilize the shoulders, the mobilize the hip, it actually will give us better posture, better core. So all of this is core and posture, dynamic exercises. Inhale here, off we go, row with rotation. Come back to the video as many times as you want. It's about quality over quantity. It doesn't mean just doing a million exercises without any form, haphazardly or quickly, but doing ones that are intentional for what we're trying to work. In this case, core and posture. We're working spinal mobility. We're working shoulder mobility. Take it 3, 2, 1. Okay, rest it. Go ahead and set that down. Take a deep breath in. Soften the bend of the knees. Great job today. Sweep those arms all the way up. Exhale, circle it back down or hands to heart center. One more inhale, sweep it up. I like to bring the hands to heart center. Thank you so much. Give yourself a big hug, squeeze. Okay, and for these exercises, they are the best out there. These people doing this research, they're just incredible. And we're the field of exercise physiology only really started in the 80s. And so the data that we're collecting, especially on female physiology and women's bodies, is there's finally some answers. And so be gentle with yourself as you add these exercises into your repertoire. Maybe you like this video and you want to just keep coming back to it. You want to work core and posture. It's consistency over shaking it up all the time. It's doing this video once or twice a week for 4 to 6 weeks and being like, oh, I really feel that rotation. I really feel that shoulder. Or you do the halo and you really feel the core. And then you can take that now deeper understanding of what the intention of the movement is and bring it into your other lifts. You can bring it into your other workouts. You can bring it into even cardio workouts. Like if you're a swimmer, are you using the upper abdominals? Are you, when you're running, feeling that rib cage just engage? So they might seem boring. They might seem basic, but basic and boring done consistently with intention is where we see progress. It's where we see progress in posture, in core strength. For people coming out of physical therapy, you know, those exercises are boring, but it's like, oh, I feel better. So that works. It works. I promise you. It doesn't have to be super fancy, although it can be, but simple works. And I'm, a lover of it. So thank you so much. Mwah. I'll see you in the next class. Keep showing up, keep loving your body, and send any requests in the video comments below because I'm here, and I'm gonna stay here for the next 30 years. So as many videos requests as you want, pop them in there. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next class.